Hi Taurus, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of April 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do want to remind you, as always, this is general for the month, so simply take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. But as well, I want to thank you in advance for your love and your support on this channel. I love my Tauruses, my Taurans, Taurians, however you want to say it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I more than appreciate it. Loving your energy right off the bat. It's feeling very personable, very outgoing, a little bit, they're saying uneasy or just a little bit nervous at certain points in the month, but something to learn from, how to minimize or eliminate that altogether. But it does feel like it's going to be an amazing month to be a Taurus, okay? To book a personal reading with myself on a completely separate note, just reach out via email real quick. The options, pricing, and my email all are down below in the description box. They are always accurate and very affordable, okay? They're saying, who doesn't want to be a Taurus? So anyways, the overall message I received for the month channeled from Spirit, if I could say it. They're saying just repeat yourself if need be throughout the month. Fame and fortune, making your way to the top. Fame and fortune, making your way to the top. Wow. Okay. So this is going to be amazing. Let's start by pulling a couple messages, several, whatever we get from the Soul's Journey deck. And then we'll further pull some tarot to speak upon each one further. Okay. We do have courage and humor. There's a need for a level of courage moving forward to make a change that you desire or to make the best out of where you're at. You could have certain noise factors or difficult energies you're dealing with at this time, or you could just find that it's a push to keep accepting change after change after change until you get to where you need to be. Or you could find that your life is not meant to be one that stays the same consistently, right? Although you do desire being an earth sign, a level of groundedness, stability, you're kind of getting comfortable at this point along your path, it feels like for a lot of you, with several changes one after the other. But with the humor card, it just feels like there's going to be a lot of laughter throughout your month. You may be the source of that humor, telling jokes, laughing it off, stumbling on your words, or when you're creating and developing and just working basically, and just kind of laughing it off once again, just being someone who's likable. Your personality is the gateway to the top, okay? It's your source of income for a lot of you. There's fame and fortune on the horizon for you in your future, okay? Also for Taurus, money and career for April. Wow, bear with me. Your personality, they're saying, might be a little bit too much at certain points of the month, but you're just vibing, you're high vibrational, you're just enjoying oneself. And so if some people do not like it, dim it down just a little bit, right? Out of respect for other energies and how everybody's different, especially if you're trying to communicate with them, sell them something, or get a message across in one way, shape, or form. Everybody's different and digests differently, okay? So we're gonna keep shuffling, bear with me. The one fell onto the ground, if I could even say it. One fell onto the ground, and I decided I'm not going to take it, okay? We have change at the bottom of the deck. We're gonna take that one. And I feel I need to grab one more for Taurus. Ugh, a little bit awkward, but I enjoy it, and I feel like other people are going to love it this month as well. That was truly speaking upon your Taurus nature, but don't take that in the wrong way. I have Taurus in my Mars, so your money and career readings truly resonate with me in the most beautiful way. Purple being a very relevant color for you this month, as well as fire colors, yellow, orange, and red, in that order. Interesting. But purple being royal, purple being spiritual. I almost said people being spiritual. Interesting. Don't be surprised if it's a very spiritually connected month. You're very intuitive and spiritually connected for the majority of you drawn to this reading. And that's part of why you're going to be guided towards fame and fortune. We're starting with death. I just feel like the rainbow's coming out. I don't know why that came through. Death coming through as you beginning the month of April feeling a bit depleted, wanting an ending in a lot of ways, okay? Knowing and expecting one, if not two situations, whether it's a living situation, whether it's a job, or two of each, okay? Interesting if you have two different living situations. but I just feel like you expect certain endings to come to be in the future, planning for which, saving money for some of which, all the meanwhile just expecting change to be the name of the game, period. It just feels like temporary situations are one, okay? You could experience a level of adjusting needed from you to run your business or to make the best out of a current job or one that you're starting or did in the previous month, okay? Not everything that ends is a negative thing, and I feel like you realize that, but maybe you're reminded throughout the month as we have growth, okay? Becoming very aware as to what you're meant to achieve in this lifetime, informing other people as well for some of you through your work. There's a level of growth that you're experiencing as you create, as you develop, as you express oneself, as you make money, okay? As you build, I feel the need to say. As a Taurus, you're very much a builder, a creator, a developer. As they're showing me the Emperor card in my mind's eye, it's just in your nature, okay? We can't help it. And that's why you're going to be so successful, because the efforts that you've been putting forth and will continue to do so throughout the month of April are going to lead you to where you need to be. People seeing you in a successful light and just feeling very drawn to your way of being, okay? I'm hearing zoned in, all right? And you'll be pushed to at certain points, be zoned in on your growth, on how much you've grown up until this point, how much more there is that lies ahead, right? So I need to adapt all the meanwhile as things adjust. So we have guilt as well. Do not feel guilty for overworking yourself. Yes, of course, you should try to find that balance so you don't burn oneself out, especially if you're feeling depleted at the beginning of the month or at certain points. But don't feel guilty because you can't socialize as much or you can't prioritize a relationship as much as you would like to. Your work, your money is going to be your main focus throughout the month of April, especially a big change you desire in the future. So prioritize it, right? Do not feel guilty. You might even find that someone else feels guilty for something in the past, and I feel like that's so unrelated to your money and career, but don't allow it to any messages coming in or just that energy you're picking up on energetically to adjust your mind, that high vibration, your focus when you're at work or running your business, okay? Change. And so in comes a lot of change, right? Through your business, things are changing in that sense. You're changing through it, being very evident. People seeing that you're just not who you used to be, but you're just like, well, yeah, you've changed too, right? We all change. The beauty is that they're showing me a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly, being prepped to fly towards something that's 10 times better than what you've experienced up until this point. Even if it has similar points or similar factors in comparison to something that didn't work out in the past. Hopefully that makes sense. It could be move of residence, it could be a job situation, it could be a business situation, you name it. Some of you, it's two things. I just feel like you look at me, you'll know that this change is going to work out in your gut, even if you're informed that it's not going to, or other people doubt it, or it just feels like you could be very secretive about a big change on the horizon. And the month of April is a big stepping stone as far as saving enough money or just doing your research. You could be traveling in order to acquire it. I'm hearing someone is getting on a plane or migrating in order to see certain options to figure out what is going to fit them best. Towards the very end of the month, I feel as if there is some worry that sets in as we have the worry card. But being reminded that you have spiritual guidance and protection all the meanwhile, even if that's quite obvious, I feel like you're getting that reminder in one way, shape, or form. Your energy will be more balanced at the end of the month, which is purposeful. But I feel like it's partially because you have a level of concern in your mind. Even if you're planning, even if you're creating and developing and things are successful and you see the future to an extent because of your intuitive or psychic nature, I do see some of us a little bit concerned, okay? Not potentially comparing to the past, again, similar factors due to a situation that didn't work out, but it could just put you a little bit on edge. So just take a deep breath and don't allow other energies of situation or people's opinions or the potential of which in the future to alter where you're heading or what you know is meant to be, period, okay? They're saying again, change is the name of the game. Let's pull from the Tattoo of Dreams, the Tarot of Dreams, bear with me. You could be thinking about or planning to get a new tattoo. Interesting. Somebody's tattoo has something to teach you. For the Death card for Taurus, we've got the King of Swords. All right, so naturally being pushed to own your presence this month, to recognize that you have the knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, the positive and the negative as far as experience, to make the best out of what lies ahead, to alter your path in the right direction. You could be feeling this heavy kind of or angelic push for a lot of us towards a redirection, redirecting in your path, okay, along your path. Bear with me. Try not to overword this month, but I feel as if you are being pushed to recognize you have the skill sets, the multitude of which to plan to successfully make your way towards what you want to acquire at this time, a new beginning or multiple, in order to put certain other endings, situations to rest, okay? I feel like you could confuse yourself by overly researching at certain points, or just overthinking, or not focusing on what you already know within too much. A reminder that endings are merely beginnings, and even if you get a little bit nervous in the midst of moving towards this, just move with confidence, all right? Move with grace, move with your experience within you all the meanwhile. Doesn't mean compare it to the past, of course, right? Because what you're moving towards is not going to be like that, but I do feel as if it's going to come in handy, okay? For growth, as I did just see the Ten of Swords at the bottom, we have the Knight of Swords and the Strength card, being pushed to keep moving forward in a passionate, sort of slightly feisty but personable way, to recognize that you're growing, and that's evident, period, once again, as you are shining for all to see. And that's why you're gaining this level of fame and fortune, as you're pushed to recognize how strong you are. Your growth is leading you towards more strength. At times maybe feeling a bit feisty out of defense for your work, or just wanting to accomplish something so badly in a perfect way. Take a deep breath, okay? All part of the growth process, the changing process to better deal with certain obstacles, even if you've dealt with certain frustrations building a business, getting it off the ground, or working a job, or going from one to the next time and time again. It'll get easier, okay? I feel like a big change in the future, once again, is out of respect to make things a little bit easier to accomplish. And if you were to, although you probably shouldn't, compare it to the past just slightly, you're in a better spot than you were, period, in one way, shape, or form. And if you think about it, you did, even if you're not completely content and want to be somewhere else in a lot of ways, or multiple different situations, you did want what you have now, or where you're at, or both, to a certain extent, right? At one point in time. So be grateful that you manifested that, even if you don't fit in, okay? Even if you feel as if your money isn't perfect. Interesting side note, just allow yourself to recognize that you will have whatever else you desire moving forward, the change or changes. Just have patience and keep working towards it, okay? The Guilt card. We have the Two of Swords coming out, okay? This is coming out in reverse. Don't feel guilty for knowing what lies ahead. Don't feel guilty for feeling this lack of defensiveness with certain people, energies, situations. Don't feel bad for not wanting to put your energy and resources towards what you know isn't going to work anymore, okay? It feels like you could potentially in the future be leaving family, friends, situations behind, or certain coworkers, you know, people that you do have respect for or care for, and vice versa, but need to do what's right for you all the meanwhile, okay? It's part of where you'll shine and grow the most, where you'll be most comfortable, or just be able to acquire that fame, and just more so the fortune that is already meant to be, okay? We have change as well. Ace of Coins. It's all about a new financial fresh start. Look at that strong imagery. The muscles of your experience is what's coming through. And I really feel as if you're going to be presenting work left and right for the month. And it's showing how you have that balance between your male and feminine, masculine and feminine side, even though you're overworked and overthink at times. But it's going to show people how passionate you truly are, okay, about what you do. I feel like you're gaining a better understanding, or already know and are being reminded, this is what I like to do. This is what I do because it's my passion. This is what I do because it helps people. For a lot of us Tauruses, this is where we are meant to head, because it's going to help enhance that passion and help me live a more peaceful, happy lifestyle. period. There are so many reasons to celebrate with the Three of Cups, and I feel as if you just know that more so lies ahead, excuse me. As I do get a little bit nervous and emotional, it just feels like your life is transforming before your very eyes, so don't overthink it, okay? Even if other people would. Accept change in a multitude of ways once again. We got the Seven of Coins coming out for the worry card. It feels like you could be a little worrisome in the midst of working, okay, what you're working towards. Worried that somebody or multiple people or a situation could alter the future of your project, business, or your job, or you feel as if your stability is at risk. Some of you worried when you're working that you're not going to have enough money in the future for an investment or for a change or just to feel comfortable. Let it go, okay? Let that stress and worry go. It feels like somebody else could potentially be affecting that process of thinking in a negative manner. When I feel like you had a bit of simplicity previous to that or outside of your work, okay? As I push to clap, people are commending you for your work, your personality, for everything you do, for you've been building, working endlessly towards, right? Even when life makes it difficult or obstacles pop up left and right. So don't worry, okay? And also don't compare yourself to the past. Interesting, or new situations you're embarking upon or wrapping oneself up in, or planning to move to the past once again, okay? It'll only create more worry in your mind as you're pushed to keep that faith alive. Leave what doesn't work for you, even if that means in the future, okay? To prep for it, to prep for that leap of faith, and to stay on that chariot or get back on it and move towards what you want to give birth to, period. It's a month to plan, it's a month to prep, it's a month to save money, okay? So don't overspend as well. Out of preparation, out of respect for what you want to achieve. With the Nine of Cups, reach for that wish fulfillment, reach for that independence, as I feel like you're going to step by step make your way from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. And you're going to learn more about what lies ahead about oneself through your work. Once again, that growth card. A lot of alone time throughout the month, even if you're around people, in order to continue that growth process as a soul, as a Taurus. It just feels like, once again, you may be a bit secretive, but you're making your way towards an immense amount of fame and fortune. And going back to the overall message, you're making your way to the top, okay? Let's finish this off with a Making Magic card or two. The Festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Maybe part of your work, but more so I feel like you just know what lies ahead, and so you're planning for it the best, okay? They're saying you're going to have a lavish lifestyle in the future. Bear with me as I'm going to put these back, but we have insight, absolutely. Opens the third eye to strengthen your beautiful intuition, if it could be any stronger, right, Taurus? And it is a month where you're healing and learning more about what lies ahead and what you're made out of. A reminder that you're truly a star in the making, period. You need to own it moving forward if you haven't started to already, because all the meanwhile, you are recognizing that your wishes are starting to come true one by one, and there's rapid achievement of your dreams and wishes. Wow. So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Taurus.